Where are you from, Tony?
What the fuck difference does it make where I'm from, man?
Now boarding.
Ejected 345 traffic 2 mile, final without delay, cross runway 30 left, runway 30 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay, hello again. Well, I've had a couple of different people send me audio clips and links to 98.5 Sports Talk, Zolak and Bertrand opined on the Everett Soccer Stadium proposal. And they really had some interesting viewpoints. Much to my surprise, they don't think there's a lot of success or chances of success. They don't seem to think it will ever result in a soccer stadium being built there. So without opining any further on it, let me go ahead and bring up the Sports Talk sound bites.
I see these renderings all the time. I remember when the Postocks were going to build this new one down in Pawtucket, on the backside of Brown over there by the river. Yeah. That one never went through. We've seen renderings of others, of us in Hartford or potentially St. Louis. I just don't think this is going to ever happen here. I don't.
This is a better plan than Hartford, I can tell you that.
It's a better plan. Okay, so what's the location exactly? Where's the location going to be?
Literally across the street from the casino where the power plant currently sits, the shuttered power plant, which the Crafts say they will pay to have cleaned up.
So that'll at least clean up that area a little bit.
Oh,
You ever try to
clean it
go
up a lot of it? I mean, it's going to be very different if this comes to fruition.
You ever try to get off that exit by the casino and get backed up off the highway?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem with it. It's great. It's great that you have the space to put it. It's the infrastructure and the roads around it. And I can't tell you how much I get hung up for 30 minutes trying to get down that hill to get off that ramp. Then by the time you hit the light, you got to go to the rotary. And there's lights there backed up. And nobody's moving. I'm talking like in the morning. Going there at 10 o'clock. Going there at 10 o'clock at night. It doesn't matter. It's a congestion problem down there. So this would add more to it. And not like you're playing every night. I get it. But how many games? How many home games they have?
19?
19 to 24.
19-ish, 20, yeah, somewhere in that ballpark is the number of home games.
I think for your team to be successful, I think you need it.
You need the stadium, you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, they need a smaller venue. They do.
They absolutely need a soccer-specific
The ones that
venue.
thrive in the United States, like Seattle, and that, they got their own stadiums, and it looks pretty cool.
I think they're one of only 4 teams left that are playing in football stadiums.
They just did their facility, too, back in the woods in Foxborough. So how far away are we here?
But that's your training facility. That's not game days.
Sure.
So I think they're two different things. I don't think they're spending much time at the facility on game day.
No.
They're going to Gillette on game day.
Right.
So the parking thing to me is interesting because the plan will only have 75 parking spots on site at the stadium.
Ugh.
But my question would be, what about all those spots across the street at the casino? Because that seems to be where they would put all the people.
Contact high, I know.
You got to walk through the casino to go to the soccer game.
You ever smell the weed in the casino parking lot? Oh, my God. Weed everywhere.
Well, they're going to do ferries in between.
I was going to say, can you get there by water?
You're not buying it?
I'm not buying it. I am not buying
Can I take a boat?
Here's what I'm not buying. I'm not buying
boat?
the ferry. I'm not buying that the orange line is a mile away. I'm not buying any of that. What I am buying in on is all of a sudden the casino is going to have a new parking garage that fits like an additional 10,000 cars. As long as you can walk through the casino, you can park there.
There you go.
That's what I am believing. So the traffic is a real concern. That area sucks to begin with.
Those lights with the casino and that on game day and game night, because I actually have some issues with congestion in Foxborough.
Guess who, by the way, is upset about it?
Who?
The city of Boston.
Well, how many bike lanes could you give them around it?
You know what I would say to them? Tough bleep.
Yeah.
Right? This is up to Everett. This is not your town. You don't get a seat at the table as they have now demanded by way of the mayor's office. No, you don't get a seat. It's not your town.
Too bad.
This is Everett. This
Right.
is not Boston.
Yep.
Does every other surrounding town get a seat at the table when Boston needs to put something up?
Nope.
And further contributes to congestion around the city, maybe not necessarily directly in the city? No. You don't get a say. You don't own the world. You don't own the entire state. No, it's over on our side. Get lost. Yeah, they're pissed. They're pissed about not being included in the process. Kick dirt. Kick rocks.
Kick dirt.
Get lost. Not your town. Someone else's town. Which has all kinds of issues. Don't get me wrong. And I could see people in that town raising issues about this. For this, does it get built? Would you put money that it gets built?
No.
No, I would not. I bet it doesn't happen.
I think it's got no chance.
I bet it doesn't get built because we can't seem to get anything built.
Yeah.
But can we please find a spot for this stadium to happen somewhere?
It would be a cool spot, though. You go to the casino, go to a game, grab a
Or-
hotel there.
Could make for a nice outdoor concert venue,
That's a great
which
call,
has been
too.
rumored.
Yes.
Which is why there may be some venue operators inside the city that are not thrilled about this plan.
Mhm.
What's capacity?
I think 30,000 was the number thrown out. That's not definitive. I think somewhere around
somewhere
30,000.
similar to the Garden, right? No, Garden's
No,
what?
no,
Garden's
bigger than the
19?
Garden. Bigger than the Garden.
Yeah.
So if you could offer an act, 30,000 seat stadium, which is not quite the 68,000 seat stadium, still it's not too big that it's not still a great show.
Springsteen.
Intimate.
Springsteen at his age, he could play there. Put him there.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it though. I wouldn't bet on it happening. Unless they make some real major changes.
Would Revs
But I don't
fans
even know how it would happen.
would Revs fans like that location?
Well, that's a good question. And ask we ask you 617-779-0985 because most Revs
No,
fans.
bitch, we don't talk Revs.
Well,
We're
wait.
talking Revs.
Most Revs fans, their entire existence,
They're
have
trained-
driven to the stadium
Right.
and have had a chance to tailgate, and that's
Fun with
become
their kids.
part of their
Yeah.
routine of going to the game. I went to a Revs game last year. The tailgating scene was pretty active, pretty good.
They attract people at Gillette now, and I avoid Route 1 on nights of Revs games because it does. And Route 1, you move pretty good there with lower congestion than a Patriots game. But yeah, you get any event now at the stadium, it takes over the area. It does. Like you're gonna have to plan to go to games there. It's just gonna be an easy thing. Throw the kids in a car and let's go. That's an all-nighter. By the time you get out of there, imagine, we have that one light at the parking garage. We'll just wave cars through. You know how long it takes to get out of the Garden here when you get buried in that parking garage? Woo. On a busy Saturday? That sucks.
Ferries. How many people are they going to ferry in there? Come on.
It's a good option.
Like, don't even try and sell us on the ferry thing. That's not happening.
Tell you what, the boat does kind of pull right up to the stadium.
I know.
They're
It
gonna
does,
have a
but
dock. They're gonna have a dock at the stadium.
wait, how big are those boats going to be? How many of the 30,000 fans with no parking spots? How many ferries are they running? With what kind of
I
capacity?
don't get that damn High Line up here. What's that ferry to your South Shore town? What's that thing called?
Like the Hingham ferry?
Yeah, the Hingham ferry.
Yeah, but how many people can fit on that boat?
That's a lot of trips.
How many times are they running the ferry boat?
What are you going to
To
do?
get
across
even-
the water?
So
Is
let's
there-
say-
is there parking?
No, let's say 10% are coming by way of ferry. We need to get 3,000 people ferried over there before a game. No shot.
Well, going back to your car is going to be miserable, too.
Ultimately,
right?
this is a tough location.
What
Revs
happens?
get blown out, and now
how-
you're just waiting in line.
Right. How long is the ferry line post game
Yeah.
to get back on
They
one
get
of
your
those
nuts
boats?
kicked in at the
You'd be there
casino.
for 6 hours.
Drop another
waiting for a
400 at the
ferry.
casino. This is not the location. location is not good. Not good. And I know you need to find areas that you need to clean up and be dilapidated, but I say no. I bet this location would piss Revs fans off. I do. What?
I want you to look at the ferry boat for the encore, and you tell me.
Stop it.
You tell me
I'd
how
blown by
many
that
times they're going to need to.
I know. I've blown by
4,000.
that thing. I've blown by that thing. You're not using that.
How many?
That's like 15 people tops.
I've actually
The
tried.
water taxi.
The
Believe it or
boats
not-
that Zoe gets at Freedom Boat Club hold more people
I'll
than
take
that
it.
ferry.
I would. You know what? In conjunction, us being the official, the official
Come on.
station of the Revs, I can boat you over.
Yeah.
And we'll use the Freedom boats.
It actually
get you
fits,
there.
I think, 10 people max. Look at the interior
Safely,
zone.
yes.
Believe it or not, I've actually swam in that water right there just to cool off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
it's not-
disgusting.
well, I mean, it's water. It's moving.
Oh, the ferry boat. Get out of here with your ferry boats. Let's get to your calls. This has people fired up.
All right, let's go, Rev fans.
We'll talk to you next.
We're back with more Zolak on the Sports Hub.
Say you want a revolution.
Talking Revs.
You know,
Rev fans, you won it.
we all want to change.
Look at you all there. Talk Revs.
Well, we're not really talking Revs. We're talking about a stadium. I don't think we're
Directly impacts a fan base.
I don't think
locally.
we're breaking down, their midfilders or anything.
Right.
More about the ferry.
We're not talking
situation.
about the pitch of the pitch.
We're talking about their left back,
Ferry talk.
They lost again, huh? 4-zip.
It's nil.
I'd rather call it zip than nil.
And their matches, not games. All right, let's go to an expert on Everett. It'll be Angelo in Everett.
Ha!
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you?
Good.
Phase 2 and 3 of the casino are about to go under, about to start. They're building another hotel and an entertainment complex right across the street from the casino as well.
To spend more money, right?
Exactly. So now what's going to happen is they're going to put that there where that plant is. That circle you guys were talking about, I drive for a living. I work at McGovern Honda. It is a mess in the morning.
I've been there. So I've been there multiple times, not only just the casino, but other places in that area where I had to do some stuff. I got hung up in traffic every single freaking time I've gone there. And it's like 25 minutes, 25 minutes late, 25 minutes late. I don't know how they'll handle game day. Like, really.
Oh, listen, the part of the casino they're working on, it's a nightmare now because I drive in that area. It's going to be a catastrophe. You're going to have to get 50 friggin' boats to friggin' shut all of these people in.
50 of those boats.
I'm not
Pete will
sure
pull up.
50's enough, Angelo.
No,
It's
I
a
don't
good
think
looking
so.
ferry. The Encore
I mean-
ferry is good looking.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice boat if you and 5 friends are
Right,
going
right.
out for
If you're on a
a night
cocktail
out,
cruise.
but I don't know that it's appropriate for hauling the masses over to the soccer match. I don't know how that part works. James in New Bedford. Hey, James.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hi.
Financially, though, would it be like in Foxborough? Like, I don't understand why they would want to move it there and lose money financially.
To grow it.
Yeah, I think what they would prefer is having a sell out every single game and
Yeah.
a committed fan base that's there every single game.
So
And creating a demand.
are they upset that there's another potential venue going in to compete with the Garden?
Yes.
For events?
Yes. The allegations have been that there have been a number of peculiar donations to, again, rumors and allegations. Can't prove any of that. You can't prove that someone donated because that's what they're
And the
donating
Revs
for.
actually draw more than garden events. That's fact. But again, of the fan base that you've grown and got used to going down there, say it's a big family ticket, right? It's an affordable ticket, and you like to go hang out with the kids and tailgate. How much will this change the way you follow the team if it's built there? I would think that would be altered because you got to plan for that to go there. That's not an easy. Hey, all right, let's go tonight. We'll go to the game tonight. Like you're shot the whole night.
Josh and Brockton on the new stadium proposal. Josh.
I'm a Hard Rebs fan, and if you want to talk like midfielders, I'm down for that. I'm from Brockton. I'm on the South Shore, so the commute to Gillette's about 30 minutes. And I would say like putting the new stadium in Everett adds maybe 30 more minutes. But
at least
I'm in extreme support of this. Like having our own space, and it's in the city, so there's like other things around. I think it would be great for the sport. It'd be great for the team. Like I don't really see like a whole lot of drawbacks, and it's like closer.
How would you
to,
get
like,
there? How would you
North
choose
Shore
to go?
And New Hampshire.
Josh, how would you choose to get there
from Brockton?
So like right now, it's like very challenging, right? It's like I would have to drive to maybe like the Red Line or like take the commuter rail in, somehow get to like North Station so I can get the Orange Line, walk like I don't know what it is, like half a mile across like a pretty dangerous intersection.
More like a mile.
And like I understand like those concerns, like the traffic is terrible and like there's no accessibility.
So it'd be the T.
That sounds like a real pain in the ass.
Orange Line. Right. You're going to downtown.
Yeah. Tough spot.
Plus, it's going to be, there'll be games on the weekend, so the T will be riding at about 6 miles an hour through all their slow zones that they can't get fixed.
Shuttle bus service.
You'll be keeping your fingers crossed that the new Red Line cars don't go off the tracks. I rode seats, very hard seats, but I thought let's just keep her on the rails here tonight.
So it's 75 parking spots at the stadium?
Yeah, 75. And those are going to the people who work for the team and the players.
Work, yeah.
The buses for the team.
Hey, maybe they could meet at our old station and drive in together.
They'll actually have a commuter rail train that leaves from Foxborough. You can drive and park there and get on a commuter rail train that they'll take.
Yeah,
that would be great.
They'll take to the game.
Long ride.
Something.
Hi, I just wanted to say that if you lived in Charlestown or Medford or Somerville or Revere, what happens in Everett affects us all. It will affect the traffic everywhere. And it won't be just Revolution games. They're not going to spend this kind of money and only have soccer games. It's not going to happen. There will be nightly concerts. There will be comedy events. There'll be all kinds of things over there.
They could do things in conjunction with the casino. You look at a place like Mohegan that has their own arena, own venue. They can work something out here. If we're in deals with the parking garage, sure. Yeah, we'll put up another couple stories of the parking garage. Let's put a couple acts over there that we bring in, play our casino. That'd be neat. Summertime.
Let's go to Mike. He's in Hyde Park.
Mikey.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, I just wanted to say, I don't know if I think you guys underestimate how many more people will be, accessible to the stadium from being in the city. Because a lot of people I know don't travel to Gillette. We're dealing with that. And there's a lot of people from New Hampshire and Revere that would come down. And also, like the soccer stadium itself, I don't know if you guys realize, it's like designed for soccer matches with the roof that covers the fans and not the field. And it creates a more loud, like compact atmosphere. And I think if it's 25 capacity, like it's going to be full almost every single match. It's going to be much louder. It's going to be a more intimidating vibe. It's going to be more of an intense soccer crowd than a family crowd. And overall, I think that'll be better.
I understand it. It looks like Hard Rock Stadium a little bit, like a toned down version of Hard Rock.
Well, that's kind of what Hard Rock was going for. They
I know.
started to look like a soccer stadium with their rebuild.
Yep.
Jim in East Boston. Hi, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
The best idea for this thing is Suffolk Downs. You're right on it. You're right on the T line. Suffolk Downs has a huge Spanish population that would absolutely come to every game.
Parking.
Lynn, Peabody, Saugus, Swampscott, all these people who don't want to deal with driving through the city and driving down there. You would get all these people at this place. This place is made for this stadium. It's perfect for it.
I thought
they got the space. They're having concerts there now. For crying out loud.
I thought that was spoken for, though, Jim. I thought they had already decided on a plan for Suffolk Downs. I thought that was a done deal.
Big time condos.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, big time. I think high-rise condos, right?
Yeah, I thought it was all kinds of, open
That would be
space.
a great spot, though.
Lots of housing units over there. I thought that's what that was. I thought that was done.
Excellent French fries there.
Rodney in Somerville. Rodney.
Hey, guys. There's plans for Assembly Road to build a bridge over to the casino, federal or state funded. I'm not 100% sure. And they have thousands of parking spots, garages over there.
All right, so Assembly Road.
There's no way.
You ever try to park over there?
As long as you can get there, which is also not easy to get into.
Yeah.
Just make sure the game's over in 2 hours so you can park in the Whole Foods parking lot or whatever that is.
Temporary. Yeah.
Yep.
Time for a couple more.
They are building that bridge. I guess construction's beginning this year. Yeah. Okay. So they are going to build that bridge. As long as, hey, T-Bone, as long as they protect that Home Depot right off the exit there.
Don't touch the Total One.
Don't touch that. Ryan and Malden. Ryan.
Oh, God.
Listen, you can build all the bridges you want. Now, hear me, guys. I'm 10 minutes down the road. It will not work. When that light jams up, I feel it from where I live. And let me tell you, the ferry, I took in the ferry there. It still takes a half an hour. And the fireworks shows, they do 10 fireworks shows there, and from the spring to July. How is that going to work? They're going to have to figure that part out.
Yeah, you're going to have to call you. We're going to have to
firework
get you on the
expert.
line.
You're the expert.
As an expert in the matter. James in Rehoboth. Hi, James.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the first thing you guys said, where the Reds just have to get this done. This is something that's been going on since, I think, 2006. If you go on the Reds Wikipedia page, it's like a book, the number of places that they've tried to get the stadium. It's obviously not an ideal location. I would be coming up via the commuter rail probably. I don't know what I do to get across the river there. Maybe we can do something like Dunkirk, where everybody who has a boat can just ferry as many Reds fans as they can across.
I come in on that.
Can I just make one more point quickly?
Put a bar on it.
Yeah.
So Hayden Berg from the Boston Globe, he went to the hearing yesterday, the Joint Economic Development and Emerging Technologies hearing, which is where these renderings came from. But I mean, if you look at the thread he put out on Twitter or X or whatever it is, they still, I mean, the Revs need so many approvals to get this done, but still, this is the closest they've ever gotten. They've got to get a grass stadium. They've got to get a soccer stadium. Gillette is not like Atlanta and Seattle and Charlotte, where they've, it's just a better atmosphere and they really pack it out every game. It's just about time this happens, and Everett isn't ideal, but it is what it is.
Hey, I got to give them credit for this. They're trying to get a proposal out there and get it talked about, and they're trying to take a step forward. I think this has a decent chance of failing, given all the hurdles that they have to clear.
It's a good looking
But
stadium.
this is better than not having a proposal on the table. Even if it fails, it will not be in vain. Like, this is a step forward. a proposal of trying to get something built. And like Zoe said, how many of these have you seen that never came to fruition?
I'm numb to them.
Dunkirk, one of the Christopher Nolan films I didn't love.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, even Capello hated it. We tried watching it on the plane.
Yeah?
One
He
of
was
the away
out on
games.
it?
It drags. Just drags.
Yeah, I don't know that
War
that
movie.
one
Yeah.
No, thank you.
was his best work. 617-779-0985. If you're on the line, maybe you can hang on for Felger Mass. We're going to today's takeaways coming up next.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. Like most fans of country music, we're excited to learn that Luke Combs was back in the studio working on his next album. We've come up with our list of iconic Luke Combs music videos. Yes, Lovin' On You made the cut. Text Luke to 45911 to see if your favorite made the list on BackstageCountry.com. Text Luke to 45911 and we'll send the link straight to your phone.
North Carolina, the moment we've been waiting for has arrived. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app today using code NEWNCBG. That's one word. Then place your first bet of $5 or more, and win or lose, you'll receive $150 in bonus bets. Open to new users in North Carolina who are 21 or older. Terms and conditions apply. See Caesars.com/promos or the promos tab in the app for full terms. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-718-5543 or visit morethangamenc.gov. Tribal Casino Gaming Enterprise is the licensed operator by the North Carolina State Lottery Commission. Caesars Sportsbook, the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards.
Braintree.
Zoe and Beetle.
I don't think that's a thing.
On 98.5 The Sports Hub.
It's time to take.
That's not a hot take.
End of the day. Hot takes for the day. Today's takeaways with Zolak and Bertrand.
Awaken180weightloss.com. Good to see Louth down 20. So he could concentrate on coaching his kids' team while they coach on coaching him. Jim's dropping it.
Looks good.
Yep.
Way to go, Louth. We took too many Revs calls, so we ran out of time for the takeaway.
Revs are hot today.
Revs are hot. Stadium talk. Stadium talk is hot.
People demand.
Now you know the rest of the story.